Oh, my goodness. You know what time it is. I know you've been sitting by the radio. Where's Mr. Taylor at? Where Marcus Taylor at? It's time for the Taylor Made Show. Look, I'm here. You already know. You know we live on the voice of MSCS. If you watching, you already know who I got in the studio. But if you not watching, you better watch out. Because here it come. I have the first charter school, the first player, at the coach being a player getting the championship, and as a coach getting the championship, I think in the city of Memphis. Now, you can go back in history, but you call me, text me, tell me if I'm wrong. But this guy from Mase, Memphis Academy of Science and Engineering, this guy, my guy, University of Memphis graduate, Fairleigh Bulldog graduate, my guy, Mr. Said Wow Bill Miller. Whoa! Like Ric Flair, like my boy Slocum over there over at Fairleigh right now, the assistant AP over at Fairleigh. Whoa! Now, Slope, you're a noob. I'm going to let you slide, but you're a Bulldog first, so we going to roll with that one, Slope. Whoa, Ric Flair. Man, I got our boy in here, man. Said Miller. Now, hold on. I want to also let y'all know, I got, I think it was Ron DMC said, we got some superstars in this house tonight. I've got the executive director and the assistant executive director, Ron Gaston. And I got yours truly, the man we all love in the city of Memphis. He needs no introduction. You know what he is. Mr. Kevin Malone. Man, how y'all doing, man?
Great.
Dr. Malone. Get it right now.
No, I ain't gonna do it. You heard. I love it when he say put some respect on it. Man, we go way back, man. When I say we go way back, before my son went to Bellevue, I've been knowing Kevin Malone. Rod, you already know, awesome guy. I love his life after sports. Also, Rod is a graduate of the University of Memphis. And, of course, you already know Dr. Malone is a graduate of TSU. Hey, man, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Hey, man, so I've got the championship, state championship. And you know me, everybody know me when I come on how I am. Again, the Taylor Made Show is the antidote to adolescent athletics. And Sid, I just want to say, as a brother, I'm proud of you, right? I saw the 26, 27 years of working and grinding and laying the hammer down for you having great kids and sending them off to college, always getting relationships throughout the country, trying to get your players in school, and you do well with that academically. I have, Sid Miller was a qualifier coming out of high school. We all were, basketball, but intelligence was the thing. I tell one of my greatest stories. We cut one day and went over to Sid Miller house and shot dice. And when we left Sid. I keep it real. I keep it real. We left and went to class, right? But our parents never knew we were doing that kind of stuff because we all made first honor roll. So it was always one of those things for us to cut school was like a joke for us. We didn't do nothing wrong. We sat around there, watched some TV, checked all day, talking about what everybody else was doing in school and class. But we hurried up and got back to school because we knew Fort Dog was going to have practice or we couldn't miss somebody's class. So, at the end of the day, we showed up and did what we had to do, man. But to, go from Fairleigh High School all the way to this championship you won, man. Said, just tell me, what does that feel like, man, to be a champion, right? To just basking in that moment. When the horn went off, said, what was your first thought?
Honestly, first thing went through my mind was thought about my daddy. We talked about this for years before he passed, so
yeah,
that was the first thing that went through my mind. After that, I think Dr. Malone and Mr. Gasson came up and hugged me, told me we did it, and just to see the kids ecstatic was big jubilation for me, because at the end of the day, it's about them. You know, I'm just a vessel that put them in place to make the plays and do what they're supposed to do. And at the end of the day, they get out there and play because I ain't tackling nobody. I ain't catching no balls.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
so
over with.
them
Yeah,
days
them
over.
days
So
over.
them kids done it all, man. It's a great group of kids, man. You know, and they started back in May 29th. So you know, they wanted to go to be established, and we set goals, and they reached them each week. You know, and I think the biggest thing is, man, these guys have persevered through a lot on and off the field. You know, some of them got some great stories. One of them was told at the state, but you know, so you know, these young gentlemen have fought, and now they're at the place where they want to be. You know, they won the state, and like I told my seniors the other day, the other goal is to graduate and get that diploma. That's going to be the biggest goal.
So let me say this. I got to go here because we were talking before this. I knew Big Frank. I knew how important he was to the makeup of us as young men having a daddy, you know, for the players who probably didn't have a dad at that particular time. It was our dads who were the ones that they respected, and, you know, even to this day, you understand what I mean? So, you know, first thing you said, which is beautiful, man, it paints a gorgeous picture. But the first thing you thought about was, man, this me and my dad did it, right? For the young men out there, for some of the fathers, young fathers out there, man, just paint the picture of the father-son relationship, because we're missing it. And so, you know, a lot of times, man, at the end of the day, when we have great jubilation, a lot of times we don't go back and reflect on the people that helped get us there, the ones we shared the dream with. We just clearly think about ourselves, kind of go over there. But when you have a great relationship with somebody, you know, somebody you love and respect and revere, I think we need to get the community to understand it. So for me, you know, I would like to ask you the question again, man. Tell me some of the things that your dad instilled in you that made you, you know what I'm saying, that's the first thing you thought about.
One is about being a man, owning up, being accountable, never quit. I saw my daddy days when he was sick, tired, 4:30 in the morning, get up, going to work, working at the depot.
Yeah.
Travel. He worked, like I said, he worked for the government. He was an EEO officer. Did a lot of traveling. And he wasn't at home all the time, but the rules and the groundwork he laid, the foundation of what it is to be a husband, a father, and a man was instilled from day one, from when I was a little bitty child, you know. And when the depot closed, he had to move to Florida.
Right.
And, you know, we talked on the phone, maybe not every day. I know my mama called me every day, but Daddy would like, leave that boy alone. But, you know, no news is good news sometimes.
Outstanding.
With fathers,
That's right.
Because they got to let you grow up. And, you know, so we always talked on the phone about when he retired, he wanted to come back and stand on the sideline and help me coach. Daddy retired, and I think it was about 2000, I want to say 12 or 13, he retired from the depot. And I was on my way home one day from practice after I was driving down Hacks Cross, and a phone call came through. It was him. And he asked me, was I sitting down? I'm like, no, man, I'm driving on my way home, go see the kids. And that's when he hit me with, told me he had pancreatic cancer.
Yeah.
And it was at stage 4, and I almost lost it then because I understand the seriousness of it, but at the same time, he was like, man, look, don't cry for me. You know, it is what it is, you know, and even though, you know, you think you tough and you think you hard and you built a way certain way, but, you know, when your parents or somebody that you, like you said, you revere, that instill a lot of stuff in you, you know, to hit you with that, that's tough. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
So one of those plans that we wanted to do, he was still trying to move back. And, you know,
we kind of talked during that time. Said you and I would talk because he really didn't want to do. He was like, man, leave me alone. Correct. You know what I'm saying? I got it. Yeah.
So I think he came home when my second oldest son graduated. Kylan graduated in May 15th. I think that's when it was. And you know, and he sat me down and told me, he said, you know, I made my bones. You know, I'm good. I know who's in control. And if something was to happen to me, I need you to take care of my wife, which is my mama.
Yeah.
Me being me, I'm like, man, quit playing. Because the cancer markers were down at the time.
Yes, sir.
But God had other plans, and on June 15th, June 17th, he passed away.
Yeah.
But there are certain times I still, I share this now. I think 2 days before we got to Chattanooga, I had a dream, and my dad was in the dream. I hadn't dreamed about my dad in probably about 6-8 months.
Oh, man.
All of a sudden, he pops up. He don't say nothing. He's just standing there looking, which is
his normal move.
Normal move.
Yes, sir.
Because my dad, when he come to the basketball game, he stand in the door. He wouldn't say a whole lot, but you knew
he was there.
Right. So, to me, that was him letting me know he was there, in spirit, not the physical, but, it's just one of those things. I've been, and a lot of my players and my coaches thought something was wrong. I was so calm throughout the whole process, doing the playoffs, especially when we made that comeback against McKenzie, they thought something was wrong with me, but it was just a calmness that came over me that I felt like that it was my time.
Oh, man.
And I had the right people and the right person in charge, which is God, and led me to be peaceful, because I normally am a high energy guy.
Yeah, Wild Bill.
Right. And but even in the state, they scored. We come back and score. It's 14-14 at halftime. And if anybody heard my halftime speech, I told them we're gonna come back and make an adjustment. You'll see a different team.
That's what you do.
And always have. And and the guys bought into what we were doing. And at the end of the day, when I hugged my third oldest son, Cameron, he made the trip. And first thing he said, this was for Granddaddy Frank. So I just know deep down in my spirit and in my heart that this was for him, and for for us to do it at Mase, it was already predetermined before I even got to Mase.
Oh, man.
Okay, I've been a lot of places.
Yes, sir.
Won a lot of games.
Yes, sir.
But at the end of the day, this is where it was meant to be done at, right here at Mase.
Oh, man. Man, I'm gonna get you off the mic. I think we have Netflix in here, man. I think this is a Jamie Foxx special again.
Yes.
Man, so I got to change the tune because some mama riding on the side of the road, man, tears in her eyes. What? I just know he love his dad. That's what's up. But he mentioned his mama now, so I ain't gonna talk. I just told him he looked like his dad, man. I don't know why he ain't take none of that from his mama. What you see is stay right there. Look, so again now, say it's over there with you, Rod. Mase was closing, right?
Correct.
You make the decision like I'm going to get him. I'm going to tell it on the air too late now, as I already know. You had talked to him. I talked to both of y'all. We chopped it up. And you was like, hey, man, you think I can get him? I said, no, you got him. Before I did that, I called him out to him. I said, man, what you looking like? He like, man, I think I'm going to go G. I said, that what's up? He said, man, I can't beat the money. I said, say no more. Go get the bread now. And so, but he was like, one of the things he said, talked about, you understood athletics, understood football, understood the need, and was going to let him do his thing over there, and it paid off. What was it for you, man, that said, this is my coach? I've been waiting on this dude right here.
Right.
What about said that to you?
Well, I've been knowing Sid a long time. We was actually college teammates at Memphis.
Yes, sir.
And so, I got in coaching kind of right after him at the middle school level. So from afar, I've been seeing his success on the teams from Wooddale to Southwind. And so we got even closer when he was at Mase because we was like rivals, Mase and Mase. Even though we had just started our football program, but, Mase was doing great things in football throughout the city. And so, it was an easy choice for me. I told him at the end of the championship game in Chattanooga, I looked back the night before, and I was looking at my text messages, and I said, you remember we text back in, was it March and April? We were talking about our common goal was to win state championships and
Correct.
produce student athletes.
Correct.
And it was awesome just seeing that moment. Last Friday at the state championship. Because that was one of our dreams. Okay, how can we build this program? And so, it was an easy choice. Bringing him in. And he's done a lot of great things throughout the city. And one of my main things was producing student athletes, and he has done that. It's not all about football; it's about academics as well.
Well, see, y'all push that over there anyway. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? So, to come back in the conversation, I would like to interject and say, you also made a great move a year ago. Well, not even a year ago, when you brought Dr. Malone over. So y'all got ties at Bellevue, right?
Right.
So it's almost vice versa. He hired you back in the day, and then you
Yes.
returned the favor.
Yes.
So Malone, let me ask you this question. Doctor, let me make sure. I ain't gonna do it. So Dr. Malone,
Yes, sir.
you are, oh man, this is gonna be good. You're gonna like this, because you're an intelligent fella. You are the quintessential high school, middle school principal. I'll tell you why. Because athletics and academics run hand in hand with you.
They do.
Right.
There is not a separation with you. Now, you're going to promote the academician in their space just as you promote the athlete in their space. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And you don't find that often, right?
Correct.
And so I've seen you do that for years.
Yes.
So for you to be a part of a program, not even your first year, this your first month,
Yeah.
Right.
and for y'all to win a state championship, which you're not it's not anything new to you. You for years at Bellevue, doing your thing. Even with Rod and then with Byron.
Yep.
Man, how does it feel to be at a program like that now for that to go on? Pull the mic over to you.
Well, first of all, I feel like I'm in church. Give honor to God.
Who is the head of your life?
No, I feel blessed to be at Mase. I was with the school district for a long time at Bellevue and also in the
Yeah.
operations department.
Yeah.
And loved the job. And you know what? I thank God for everything that's happened in my life. And it's a blessing to be at a place like Mase with Rod and with Said. I have to also say this. I want to give a shout out to our high school director. That's Michael Green.
Yes,
Our
sir.
middle school director, Danielle Powell, and our dean of students, Jamie Williams. They do a phenomenal job.
Outstanding.
We can't forget Coach Jackson, who is our athletic director, that was the first coach at Mase.
Yeah, he
First
was.
started. Yeah.
He was.
So it's a great place,
With
man.
college background. Man, he was good at Hillcrest. Now, my story about him, and I don't think people pay attention to it. I don't know if I think that kind of took a lot of air when they did him like they did that year at Hillcrest. They on their way to state championship. They get into it.
Yeah.
State won't even pay attention to what happened. We got the video live. You suspend both teams, and then they don't get a chance. He had a heck of a team that year.
Yeah.
When I say heck of a team, always a gentleman.
Yeah.
Always keep that same tone. I saw him in the Lane game. We was there for that when your son graduated. Was that one of his boys as well? Did he play for you? Yeah. So I saw that when that happened as well. So
Yeah, but God makes no mistakes.
no, sir. Talk about him.
And Coach Jackson is phenomenal, man. This is the
No, he's a solid
I
dude.
mean, Byron Harris is a heck of an AD, but
Yeah.
this guy is a heck of a high school
Yeah.
AD.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So again, I'm probably gonna shoot this back to Sid. So for you, and I want to make sure everybody understand this, and it has come from a coaching perspective. Then I go back to both my administrators. Either one of them want to grab it. How important is it for you to have autonomy to do what you need to do in the school? Because so many coaches and principals get this mixed up, and we can't get to this. Like, we got talent all across the city, right? But it's something that always keeps us from getting there sometimes. You see what I'm saying?
Correct.
And I just see the great mixture sitting in front of me, and schools across the state, especially in the city of Memphis, surrounding areas. So watch this model and be able to move. But again, the question to you is, how important is it to have administrative staff to support you like they support you?
They all been coaches before,
Oh, yeah, that's heavy.
so they understand what the goal is. They understand that they were here to promote student athletes.
Yeah.
They understand what it takes to get to this kind of place where we're at now.
That boy gonna be a principal in a minute, ain't he? Y'all better watch that boy. Keep going.
Claim it.
Good.
They
See, I
understand.
put on a suit. He ain't gonna do it.
They understand. So it's an easy conversation
Yeah.
when we talk about what we want to do, how we want to do it. Prime example. After we won the McKenzie game, it wasn't even 30 minutes after the game, we were already planning the lock-in. We had already discussed this.
Yeah.
We had already discussed this
Yeah.
in 2022 after we lost to McKenzie the first time.
That's when you called me, ain't it?
Yes.
Okay.
I said, this won't ever happen again. I said, we won't let, I hate to say it, they're not going home. No, they went home Friday. They had a day to themselves Saturday. They had to report Sunday at 7 p.m. to Mase Gym. And we locked in from Sunday that night till Thursday, 12 p.m. They go home and have Thanksgiving dinner. And they came back to school on Friday at 1:30. But because of these guys understanding what it is and what we're trying to accomplish, it was easy because we were all on the same page.
Hold on, see, I got. I'm going back. You telling me after Thanksgiving, right? You play the game. They play the game. When was the lock in?
Before Thanksgiving.
The week of Thanksgiving, when everybody's out of school
So y'all came back in that Sunday night
at 7 p.m.
Right.
until when?
Thursday at 12 p.m.
Everybody went home to eat turkey.
with their family, right?
And y'all said, we with it.
All
Oh, y'all got to be a charter school. We going to jail and shit. But it paid off.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
It paid off.
Because it made the boys, they made them come together. They got the chance to see how everybody lives, and how everybody gets along. You know, everybody, we with each other for eight hours a day.
Yeah.
You know, anybody can put on
A facade. Yeah.
what you said.
Yeah.
Okay? So, can't do that. Everybody got to learn everybody different
Yeah,
manners,
man.
mannerisms.
Yeah, man.
Okay? And it ain't no fun getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, going to different weights, running. We had like it was boot camp all over again. You know, Mr. Gasson had all the food lined up, fed them in the morning, fed them lunch, fed them dinner. He had stuff lined up for us.
Outstanding.
After practice, it was just not only football.
Yeah.
You know, he had stuff to let them relax and be kids. Okay?
Y'all went to the Grizzly game too?
Monday we went to the see Gladiator. Tuesday we went to the movies. Tuesday went to the zoo.
Yeah.
Then Wednesday went to the Grizzly game.
Yeah. See that's the kind of stuff that I think Rod, people gonna start beating down the door to try to get over the Mase, even if they coaching soccer. They just want to be a part of something like that. So here's my question to you two gentlemen. What were your thoughts, man, when he said that's what he wanted to do?
Well, like Coach said, man, we talked about this a couple of years ago when we lost against the same team, McKenzie.
Yeah.
And we knew we had to do something different.
Yeah.
You know, that week being out of school with so much freedom.
Yeah, man. Dangerous.
Kids are not locked in.
Dangerous.
And so me and Coach talked that night after we beat McKenzie.
On the field.
And Coach said, I want to do a lock-in. And I was like, yes, sir, let's go. And so we started planning
Outstanding.
right then on
Outstanding.
what we was going to do different. Because we had the same team that we played a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But we knew we had to do something different. And I think it paid off that Friday night. When we came back, those last 6 minutes of the game, being down.
Amen.
Hey, the kids, like Coach said, he was calm. Kids, I was hearing them on the sideline saying, we're not going to lose this game.
I love it.
We're not going to lose.
I love it.
And I knew something. Like I said, at halftime, if you follow me on social media, I went to the car.
Oh, wow.
Stayed the whole halftime.
Yeah.
Dr. Malone was like, where you go?
Yeah.
I prayed.
That's what's up.
I was like, Lord, you know.
You
show
got
us
me
a
here.
sign. Yeah, we here.
Yes, sir.
Same situation a couple years ago.
Oh, I'm finna get your communion plate.
So, you know, I was a believer.
Yeah. Oh, yes, sir. Everybody in here believe.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And so, you know, I prayed, and we came out that third quarter. They scored first, I believe. I was like, oh, man. I said, come on,
They
I said,
did.
Come on,
That's
God.
I was following. I said,
Yeah,
man.
I like, come on. But again, they didn't quit.
No, I know what he can
They
do.
didn't quit.
Yeah, I know what he can do. So let me flip just a little bit. I'm gonna go here, and I want people to understand how beautiful the relationship is over at Mase. I had an incident where something was said on social media. I got on radio. I never said who it was, but it was a kid, and I called Dr. Malone, and I said, hey, I want to make sure you know what's going on. My line, I fool with you. We've been good for years.
Yes, sir.
I don't want nothing negative to happen. I know you going to get on the business. I know this is what you do. Yep. And I couldn't get it out of my mouth. You like, no, sir. Got it. Ms. Taylor, I appreciate you calling me. I'm getting ready to handle this right now. So I called my partner. I said, say it. He said, man, the man called me. It ain't me. It was one of them other folks. I said, but hear what I said, because y'all were new to each other. Yeah. I said, say it. He's solid. See, he ain't gonna be fussing. Yeah. He gonna try to figure out and it's gonna work. Yeah. And so I called Sid later on. I said, how was it? He said, what you said, G? Yeah. He a good dude.
But you gotta know,
he understood.
Sid a long time too.
Yeah.
His son went to Bellevue.
Yeah. So I think that again, I say that to say that this is a perfect storm, right? Mm-hmm. And I think we need this kind of thing going in schools because nobody overshadows anybody. That's the coach. That's y'all state championship he won. And one thing said at the very beginning, which I have to clearly respect, is I didn't make no tackles. I didn't catch no balls. I ain't run no balls. I ain't throw no balls. Mm-hmm. It was all them.
Right. I
just happened to be the one to gear them and steer them in that direction, and that's what it is. And I think that's the same thing I see here. No you ain't go to no practice. You ain't got to do no lock-in with them. Man, that's him. Yeah. It's solid. We going to support it. We just reaping the benefits of that. And, again, I just want to say to you guys, to be the first, right? That it's something different when you say I'm the first, right?
That's right.
You can come behind me. You might be able to break, but I'm the first, and you're the first charter school to win a state championship in this division or as a whole?
As a whole.
Oh, you just murdered the game. Little old Memphis, Tennessee, little old Mase. Used to be old Tech. A lot of history in that building. And to be in that building, man, and to do what y'all done for the full circle. Yeah. I'm Bellevue. Yeah. Y'all coached at Bellevue. Son went to Bellevue. Mm-hmm. Bellevue is one of the great schools in the state of Tennessee. I can't flaunt y'all. Got a lot of people came out of Bellevue. Now, they went to high school, went to different places, but if your son or daughter is at Bellevue, you in some hollow ground. You know what I mean? Right. You in some real hollow ground. But again, man, I know I got Melrose out there. Again, excited for my partner, my guy. We're going to do something big for you fairly. I just put it on the air. They already know. We're going to get it together for you. Me and Keith on talk. You already know it's settled when he said, yeah. So we're going to get it together. Our class of 93, Bulldogs, y'all stand up. Man, get Mase up. Parade next Friday.
Yes.
What time?
Yeah, 9 a.m. Come out. We're inviting the whole city.
Yeah, I'm the MC. I already I'm the MC.
We shutting down Poplar Avenue here in
Big
Memphis.
blocks and big knocks. I'm going to have something fly to put on that day. Yes, sir.
Going from Poplar Avenue, Poplar and Avalon, all the way to Mase. Poplar past Cleveland.
Hey,
Brian
Harris, you tell the mayor, get himself out there. We done brought a championship to the city of Memphis, a state championship. Tell them don't play no game with us. Yeah, that's the real deal. Tell them I said it. Yeah, because Stone Cold said so. Look, man, I love y'all, man. Y'all outstanding dudes. Continue to take care of that business. Continue to do this great thing. Hey, man, I'm going to say it again because I know how powerful it is, man. I have to hold back a little bit, but I'm ultimately proud, said, and I'm gonna say this over and over again. Mama super proud, but we know the big dude, him and Cole Ford up there having a great conversation.
Correct.
Like that boy finally did it. Yeah, he finally did it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Big stuff, man. Love you, man. Y'all take care, man. We gonna take care of that business. John, we gonna break or we gonna bring him right in? We're going to break. Hey, look, y'all know my line. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.